before, when I first became an adventurer, I just wanted to make a difference, to help as many people as I could. At least, that's what I thought. I want to be an adventurer.
And it says you've trained to be a priestess?
That's right. And now that I'm an adult, I want to become an adventurer and help out as many people as I can.
Here, this will serve as your guild identification. If you'll look at your tag, you'll see it indicates that you're a porcelain, which is the lowest ranked among our adventurers.
This tells people that I'm a beginner?
Correct. And should anything go wrong on a quest, it can also be a means of identifying you. Hold on to it.
Right.
Well, that's it for your registration. This board is where quests are posted. You're welcome to look through them for one that's suitable for your rank. Another option would be joining a veteran adventurers party.
Hey,
and
we're gonna go on a quest. You wanna come with? Yeah, she said you're a priestess, right? My adventuring party's missing a healer, but we've got an urgent quest to tackle and are looking to add somebody with the right skills and training as soon as possible. Will you come along with us?
I don't know. What kind of quest is it?
Goblin slaying.
You're gonna go after goblins?
Sure are. They attacked a village, and as if stealing supplies and livestock weren't bad enough, they kidnapped a few of the local girls, too. We need to rescue them as soon as we can.
You're all porcelain ranked, aren't you? This'll be quite the challenge. I'm sure if you wait, there'll be other adventurers willing to take on the quest.
Oh, please. The four of us can handle a bunch of filthy goblins, no problem. Can't we?
Mm-hmm. You in, priestess? Come on and make up your mind already.
Okay, I'll go with you. If you really think I'll be able to help. On my first official quest, I wasn't able to save a single person.
And that's two.
Who are you and where did you come from?
I am Goblin Slayer.
That's where I met Goblin Slayer. In a dark cave, spattered with blood. He wasn't what most people would picture if they imagined a valiant hero or noble savior coming to their rescue. His only desire was to kill and kill and kill until there wasn't a single goblin left. Children.
They multiply quickly. If this nest had been left much longer, there might have been a horde of 50 waiting for us down here. We were lucky.
Are you going to kill them?
Of course I am. These animals hold on to grudges for life. The survivors in the nest would learn from the mistakes of the dead and adapt. There isn't a single reason to show them mercy.
But what if there was a good goblin? They might exist!
Maybe. If you looked hard, you might be able to find one. But in the end, the only good goblins are the ones who never show their faces to the light of day. That makes 22.
Something happened to him when he was younger. Something tragic. I don't know all the details, but it shaped him. If that event had never happened, he probably wouldn't have taken up the mantle of Goblin Slayer and become who he is now. I wanted to feel less helpless, to find something I could do. So, I decided to assist Goblin Slayer in his mission. Eventually, our party grew. We joined a small group of adventurers who were looking for help in slaying the minions of the newly resurrected Demon Lord.
Hear me, O merciful Earth Mother! Please protect us the weak with your divine light and the sacred power of nature!
You're a fool.
What did you do?
This is a gate scroll. I linked it to the bottom of the sea. Now then, what were you called again? Not that it matters.
You're insane! You would use such power against mere goblins?
Yes, because goblins are far more troublesome than you.
We were just getting used to each other, learning how to work as a team and fight together, when a quest led us to Watertown, and the biggest threat we'd ever faced.
I can't tell how many of the goblins are still alive, but I hear strange footsteps coming this way.
Here they come!
A hob. No. A goblin champion. We'll cut through them.
Allow my blade to assist you however it can.
Wait! Are you?
Six. Don't hold anything back.
Understood.
Damn it! There's too many of them!
No use complaining, Long Ears. Keep fighting. You holding up over there?
I'm trying to, but it's hard.
17.
How did they breach the barrier?
Calm down and concentrate, damn it!
Don't give up! Fight them off! Diabolical beasts! Unhand her!
I've heard the weapon of choice for some assassins is rope made of human hair. Now I see why. It doesn't break easily. The ultimate way to crush someone's neck.
Get her healed! We'll cover your back!
Thank you for your aid.
Arc Bolt!
The Goblet Slayer!
Kill her!
Now, goblins! Take a good look!
Which one of you is next? Is it you? Are you?
Bless the stars. I'm not certain how we are alive, but I'm ever so thankful we are.
How is she?
She's grievously wounded, but she will survive. Had the wound been any deeper, there would have been nothing I could do to help.
I see.
I'm so sorry.
You shouldn't worry.
Slayer, I couldn't protect us.
These things happen. Yeah. Don't worry. You don't have any scars.
I couldn't protect Goblin Slayer. I failed him. That brutal fight reminded me just how inexperienced I still was.
When I was young,
Yes?
there was a time when I thought if I took a single step, the ground would open up beneath me and I would die. It got so bad that eventually I was scared to walk at all. Such a thing isn't impossible, but it's not something anyone ever worries about. That was strange to me. Plenty of people laughed at me for it, but eventually I realized I still have to walk, no matter how scared I am.
Is that something you still believe?
Yes, it is. Even now, years later, I'm still terrified. I am thankful that you're helping me, but you know you're not required to.
I told you, I'm going to do whatever it is I want to do.
Did you?
Don't tell me you forgot. You know what? You are absolutely hopeless.
Sorry.
I didn't ask for an apology.
Sorry.
Over time, as I got to know him, I started to realize just how badly the trauma of his past still haunted him. The trauma of the day when one of the most important people in his life was taken from him.
Obviously, he went to slay some goblins.
Hear me, merciful Earth Mother. Please protect us, the weak, with your divine light and the sacred power of nature. Grant us your protection!
Please, I'm sorry, and I swear I'll never do it again. Yes, I'll go back into the forest and live in peace. I won't hurt humans.
Like hell we're gonna believe that. A goblin lord? My ass. You're just a damn goblin. Just a disgusting little goblin. And me, I'm the Goblin Slayer.
That's one goblin head for me.
Goblin Slayer! Hear me, O merciful Earth Mother. Please lay your blessed hands upon this child's wounded body. Heal.
Please forgive me. I ended up only using 2 miracles of protection.
It's fine, thank you.
Careful not to push yourself too hard.
It's not like I think I can win just by pushing my limits.
Would you listen to me? We had already talked about this, and you know I'm worried about you. So please, do it as a favor for me. Or at least try and think things through just a little bit more.
I'm sorry. I pushed myself because I have faith in you.
Goblin Slayer, you really are hopeless, aren't you? Goblin Slayer isn't an easy man to work with. He's not great when it comes to communicating, and he isn't picky about his methods as long as goblins end up dead. For so long, he fought alone against the monsters that plagued his past. I want to help him in his fight however I can, even if it's just by being at his side.
We drink to the fallen, to our victory, and the lives the Adventurers Guild protected today. And of course, we'll raise our mugs to that odd fellow who's been going on and on about goblins this whole time. Cheers! Cheers!
I know I just said I don't need any reward, but actually there is something small I'd like for helping out earlier today.
What is it?
If you don't mind, will you take your helmet off for me? Please?
Why?
The other time it happened, I kept my eyes closed because I was too embarrassed to look. That you look so much better this way. Things have changed. I've grown. I'm no longer the helpless rookie adventurer I once was. I'd like to think that now I can provide a ray of hope to those cowering in despair, deep within a dark cave, crying and calling out for help. My own hope is that by working hard and staying strong, I can become more like him. The man I admire so much. Everyone here tonight, they all helped. Remember that in the future. People are kind. I'm just saying, it's not about luck. You know?
I hear you. I hope that you're right.
We're still together. Taking quests and going out on adventures. In fact, we received a letter the other day, asking for Goblin Slayer's help tracking down a party of young adventurers who were in trouble. So, we set out.
Another one down! Nice work, girls!
Pay attention! That happens when you stop to chat. Hey, Wizard, you're up!
Yes, I know, I'm on it. My lady, may I ask for this dance?
But of course, good sir.
Sagitta.
Tonituris.
Quellita.
Orienus! Yes!
Well, I guess that about does it.
Still, we don't want to let our guards down.
Please, I'm ready to take on anything.
We may be going up against a bunch of nasty goblins. But hey, that's part of the fun, right? No one can say this isn't an adventure, even if things get rough.
And we're going to be fine. Because I've got a plan to wipe them out. You'll see.
Dear Goblin Slayer, I hope you are well. Forgive me for troubling you, but I have a request. It's not an uncommon story. A young girl, the daughter of a noble, left home to become an adventurer. Before long, she accepted a quest, and she hasn't been seen or heard from since. Her parents asked the guild for help finding her. As I said, this isn't uncommon. However, it is worth noting that the quest the girl has undertaken involves slaying goblins.
O merciful Earth Mother, please protect us and bless us with holy light. Aid your wanderers in the darkness!
The guild sought my advice on the matter, and I'm sure it will come as no surprise that you were the first person I thought of. I hope you'll consider using your talents to help this unfortunate girl. Should you accept this quest, I will pray for your safe return. Your friend.
That was good thinking, using holy light.
I guess. Well, you were the one who finished it off, but thank you.
First there were 2, then 7, and this makes 9. Altogether, that's 12. It's not like goblins to gather hostages up like this, or to leave the bodies of the dead villagers intact.
So do you think we could be going up against another ogre?
Not sure.
Jeez, it took you long enough.
You used stupor on the goblins and the hostages?
At least I gave him a break from the goblin stench.
How many dead?
I accounted for 4, and Sir Mage took 3, making 7 total.
That puts us at 19 bodies then. But I thought there were 20 of them. You're the mayor?
I am, yes.
We're adventurers.
What? A silver rank? Hold on. Are you the Goblin Slayer? Sir, I can't tell you how glad we are to see you.
Do you have an herbalist in your village? A priest would also work, assuming they can perform a miracle.
Well, the only priests we get around here are the ones who travel through. We do have an herbalist, but she's young.
All right. We'll do what we can. We don't have any potions to spare, so you'll have to settle for miracles and basic first aid.
Orkbolg!
So there were 20.
Vermin! You're not getting away!
Here!
Thanks a lot, but maybe next time you could give me an arrow that doesn't have a loose tip.
No. I wanted it like that.
Huh?
Trust me. I'll explain later. We'll need shelter for the night, and information on the party that was here before us. A map of the mountains would be useful too.
We're happy to help you, but as for a reward, well...
The goblins are what matter. We'll get some rest, and then we're going after them.
Just when I was starting to think I would never be warm again. It looks like somebody's still growing.
Huh?
That is just so unfair.
Huh? Please stop looking at me like that. So I wonder why the others decided not to join us.
Who needs a bath when you could have a stiff drink? I'll pass. A thin coating of dirt is perfectly suitable for my kind. Thank you. And then, of course, there's Orkbolg.
Keeping watch and thinking about goblins.
I swear, if it were up to him, he'd do nothing but obsess about those creatures. Still, his obsession's the only reason I got to come this far north, so I guess it's not so bad.
I'm curious. Did you start traveling because you were bored of your life in the forest?
I mean, that was part of it, sure. I definitely kept busy. The work I did was important, and I guess in its own way it was fulfilling enough. But one day, I saw a leaf being carried downstream and thought, how far will it go before something stops it? And then I was off. I ran through the trees, trying to catch the leaf. And before I knew it, I was out of the forest, jumping across a dry riverbed.
And what did you find on the other side?
Nothing especially exciting, if that's what you were expecting to hear. Only a man-made dike. The first I'd seen, though, so it was interesting to me. Anyway, that's where the leaf had stopped. So, you humans only have lifespans of about 100 years or so, right?
Most are shorter.
I don't understand why we elves get so much longer to live than you guys. It seems like there are lots of things that don't make sense to me because I'm not human.
You make it sound like we're special, but if you had been born human, you'd just wish you were as beautiful as an elf.
An elf wishing to be human and a human wishing to be an elf. I guess our races aren't really all that different, are they? In the end, everyone wants what they can't have.
Apparently, the adventurers we're seeking hoarded almost all the food and wood in the village.
They refused to slay any goblins until they were furnished with supplies, which gave the people living here little choice, though perhaps the party's need truly was that great.
Do you think they needed supplies that badly?
Hunting goblins can take time.
Well, time isn't something we have much of right now. We don't know what the nest is like, or how many we're facing. And there's a chance that the adventurers are still alive.
It is possible, but from the sound of it, the last time any of them were seen, they didn't seem to be holding up very well. The most likely place for a goblin nest is here.
If we knew their strategy, it might help us come up with our own.
They stocked up on wood and food. The question is why?
Simple. They're trying to starve them out.
Hey, Orkbolg! You said you would explain the arrow, so let's hear it.
I rigged it so the shaft would fall off, leaving the tip embedded in the flesh.
So?
The tip was poisoned. Unless the goblin digs it out, his flesh will rot, and sickness will spread through the nest. It won't eliminate all of them at once, but it's better than nothing.
I don't think I'll ever understand what goes through that head of yours. I'm freezing!
It's almost dusk. Once we've warmed up, we're going in.
I'd never imagined that a place this cold might actually exist.
Quit whining and start drinking. It'll warm you right up.
Hey, let's talk about you, Lizard Man. You said your ultimate goal is to become a dragon, right?
Indeed, that is correct.
Well, I'll tell you what. You go become a powerful immortal, and once you do, I'll stop by and visit every so often to help you pass the time. I mean, you'll basically live forever, right? That's gotta get boring after a while. You'd probably go crazy without any friends.
Interesting. A dragon who can tell daring tales of his adventure-slaying goblins. A dragon who was visited by his erstwhile companion, the elf.
And the best part is, you'd be a dragon who adores cheese. Am I right?
What a fascinating reputation to cultivate.
I was thinking the same thing.
But perhaps for now, we ought to focus our energy on the matter at hand.
Oh.
Careful. There are spears hidden in the water.
Really? Spears? That's tricky.
A pit trap? Goblins are smart enough for that?
Who knows? I don't see any totems so far.
So does that mean there's no shaman in the nest?
Not sure, but I don't like it.
They launched a fairly coordinated attack on that village and managed to fend off all of the adventurers who came before us. There must be some intellect driving them.
We'll strike from the right.
Hear me, O merciful Earth Mother. Protect us and bless us with holy light. Aid the wanderers in the darkness who call upon you now. Holy light!
17. No hob, no spellcaster. But they have arrows. Let's go!
Looks like first blood is gonna go to me.
My spells will take them down just as well as your arrows. Time to work, you crafty gnomes. Vast grains of sand together to form mighty rock. Hey, Beard Cutter, Scaly, you want to play?
Indeed we do!
Coming! 10! 11! 12! They'll pick themselves back up soon.
Right! Hear me, O merciful Earth Mother. We who wander in the darkness ask that you bless us with holy light!
17.
That doesn't look good. Are you okay?
I'm sorry. I messed up. Let one of the vermin get me.
We should probably tend to this now. Hold still.
Yes, before we can do anything else, we must first remove the arrow.
I'm just going to hold your leg down.
What's wrong?
The shaft detached.
Where's the tip?
Still inside the wound.
They copied my trick? How's the pain?
Not too bad, don't worry. I can handle it.
Was the tip poisoned?
There's no sign of it, but even so...
I'll do it. But I need fire.
Huh?
I'm on it. Huh? Dancing flames, salamander's fame. Let us borrow some of the same.
Bite down on this. I'm going to gouge out the tip.
What? No way! Don't you dare touch me with that knife!
If you'd prefer to have your leg run off, then that's your call.
Of course, you'll want to keep in mind that we won't be able to reattach it should that happen.
He'll be careful, and he'll make it as painless as possible. Isn't that right, Goblin Slayer?
I'll do my best.
Okay then, I'll do it, but you have to promise me that it won't hurt too much.
All I can promise is to do my best.
Jeez, it's really throbbing. Ugh.
Maybe you ought to turn back.
No, I'll be okay.
Can you shoot a bow?
Of course I can.
Then I suggest we make our way further down into the nest together.
Still breathing. She's alive.
I guess our mission's complete then, isn't it? I wonder what this shrine is used for. Maybe a priest of the evil sect was here.
Look at this. A brand.
Oh, that's awful.
Strange. It doesn't appear to be a goblin totem.
I think it's the Green Moon. It's the sign belonging to the deity who has dominion over it. The god of wisdom.
Green Moon? You mean Where the goblins come from? This god would heal goblins? Teach them miracles?
It's possible the God of Wisdom is eccentric. But maybe it was a dark elf instead, or a high-ranking priest of the evil sect.
What? That sounds like wishful thinking. If someone controlled a bunch of goblins but only used them to steal stuff, then they wouldn't be any smarter than the goblins themselves.
Let's see. Whatever we're up against not only thinks like the goblins, but leads and heals them as well. It also attacks people and seems to be a follower of evil.
That sounds a lot like... No, it just couldn't be.
It's a goblin paladin.
Just think about it. We know the goblins have been attacking the village when they're low on food. So we'll wait here for a few days, and then ambush the stupid creatures when they make a run for it.
All right. Sounds like a pretty solid idea to me.
Yeah, if you really think that's all it's gonna take, then no arguments here.
It's a good enough plan, but if we get hit by a blizzard out here without shelter, we'll be in some serious trouble.
I say we do whatever she wants. I mean, she is our leader, isn't she?
You see, it's working perfectly. We'll get them all before much longer.
Doesn't look like any goblins are coming today.
Maybe they're getting a little more cautious.
Goblin stomachs do all their thinking for them. They'll be out soon enough.
I'll be back. I don't feel so good.
You see, that's what you get for eating all that snow.
Still, it's the only source of water we have, and pretty soon there won't be any firewood left to melt it. We need to think of something or we're done here.
We can afford to stick it out for a little bit longer. The goblins can't be doing any better than we are right now.
You're still our leader. We'll follow your orders.
Hold on! You can't possibly be suggesting that we just turn tail and run!
How long do you think we'd last in a fight as tired as we are now? We're getting dangerously low on supplies and you know it!
So you're saying that we should flee? Adventurers running from a single nest of goblins. Please, we'd be a laughingstock!
Came's too thin. That's all I could get today. There's a simple solution. One of us could just hike back down the mountain and load up on some more food and supplies from the village, you know?
Yeah, but who would go?
Why not our fearless leader? I've been making myself useful, which is more than I can say for you. Try pulling your weight for once.
Yeah, I agree. This was your stupid plan to begin with. I knew I never should have gone along with it.
Very well. I'll make the trip. I'll be the fastest, anyway.
Ah, Lady Adventurer, I'm glad to see you've returned from your quest. So, were you successful?
We haven't killed all the goblins yet, but we're close. Kind of.
Oh, I see.
Actually, I was wondering if maybe you could spare some more food? How did we end up like this? They're goblins. It should be easy. They're just stupid goblins. The others?
They're dead.
That's right.
I have a question for you. Your memory may be hazy, but think back. What was your plan?
To starve them out. I was sure it was a good idea.
I see.
We'd all support one another. Raise our ranks. It sounded like a simple quest, good for all of us. But I was wrong. And now they're dead.
I see. Sometimes things unfold that way.
Wait, hold on.
What?
You're Goblin Slayer, aren't you?
That's what they call me.
It's him, the Goblin Slayer.
So, how's your wound?
I'm fine. I got it disinfected and all bandaged up, and the pain really isn't too bad right now.
I see.
What seems more important is this god of wisdom you mentioned back when we were in the cave. Is he some kind of big deal?
Yes, that's right. The god of wisdom rules the Green Moon.
So he makes people smart?
That honor belongs to the god of knowledge. He commands reason, intellect, and fact. He's a light. If you wish to seek truth, it is he who can guide you. The god of knowledge believes that the suffering and frustration one experiences on the path to gaining enlightenment are an important part of the journey. But the god of wisdom gives knowledge indiscriminately to all who ask for it. He passes on the secrets of this world with no interest in the consequences. His actions bring about destruction and the loss of innocent lives.
Great! Now I've got a headache in addition to a throbbing leg.
Deities aside, the real problem is goblins. They must have another lair nearby. These ruins, high in the mountains. We should check there.
What sort of ruins do they appear to be?
A dwarven fortress.
Ah, that must have been built during the Age of the Gods. We're not gonna be able to show up and walk through the front gate of that. Got any ideas?
I believe I do.
I'm going to join you.
No way, not a chance. The whole reason we came here in the first place was to rescue you. Head home and put your parents at ease.
Can't. I have to get it back.
Is that so? What is it that they took?
They took everything. The goblins took everything from me.
One cannot be called a dragon if his honor has been stolen. He must mend his broken pride if he desires to reclaim that title.
What? And if she dies? Or something worse happens to her?
She's merely taking the same kind of chance as you. Any of us might die up on that mountain. All living creatures return to dust. As an elf, I figured you would know that better than anyone.
Well, sure, but it's still not safe.
We need to take her with us. If not, she'll go alone.
Listen, I am not your parent, nor am I your friend. If you have a request for us, then there are proper channels that you must go through.
I understand that. So I'll pay you, up front, and join your quest.
What can you do?
Fight. I've mastered the blade. And spells.
Very well. Any objections?
I guess if you approve, then no.
Right. Let's go slay some goblins.
Now this I do object to! Why are you insisting that the girls of the group be treated like we're trophies of war?
Because the rest of us wouldn't be as convincing.
Do you hear the yapping out of our foolish cargo, Sir Bishop?
They will soon become sacred offerings to the god of the Green Moon, my brother. Let them bleat as they please for now.
Are you sure you're not cold?
I'm just fine.
Well, I'm freezing, so I'm just gonna scoot a bit closer, okay?
Whatever. Do what you please.
Oh, look. You're not completely heartless.
Thank you very much.
I plan to give these to you when we reach the fortress. They're rings that have breathing spells sealed within them.
With items like these, we could even breathe underwater.
They should help with the cold air as well.
Why didn't you hand these over to us earlier? That would have been nice of you.
It is much easier to breathe.
Perfect.
Come on now, take yours.
I told you, I'm perfectly fine.
Let me.
At least I feel less like a prisoner.
I am a bishop of the Green Moon and a humble servant of the mighty great God of Wisdom. Raise your gates for us!
I know this is scary, but we're right beside you.
Look, they're coming over here.
Is the one in front the Goblin Paladin in charge of the keep?
It's not.
We holy men have traveled far to seek an audience with the master of this fortress, the great Goblin Paladin. Their offerings. Enjoy them as you please. I suggest you cage them and remove their hands and feet, lest they escape.
Are they actually talking to each other?
Yes, it's a miracle. Telepathy.
A fine choice for your first tribute.
Are you okay? Did he hurt you?
This was to be expected.
Stop! You're just gonna hurt yourself! Come on! Give it a rest already!
Move! We have to kill every single last one of them! Damn it!
An unfortunate but quite normal response. However, if she insists on acting this recklessly, we'll need to keep a closer eye on her.
Thanks a lot for helping me out.
It's fine. We're okay.
You should be angrier than anybody else given the gash on your face.
It's nothing. Take care of your wound, then heal her hand. It might still scar, but if you don't, it will rot.
All right.
There were survivors among the hostages. Go check on them.
Well, that could be quite a chore. Do you want to help?
I sometimes forget just how physically weak you spellcasters actually are.
Come on.
I understand your frustrations, but it would be better to save your anger for a later time.
Why did we have to bring that girl with us?
Because we need her.
Is that what you think?
It's too late. Now that we're inside, we either survive or die.
You're avoiding the actual question. Why did you bring her here?
I know how she feels. At least, I believe I do. Prepare yourselves.
Sorry, I lost my temper.
Such things happen. To you, to her, and to me.
Even you, Orkbolg?
Yes.
I just can't picture that.
And why not?
You're steadfast.
I see.
Will the hostages be alright if we leave them for now?
It is probably safer than taking them with us.
Interesting knife. What is that thing made of?
It's aluminum. The blade itself was forged from a red gem and then tempered with lightning.
Wouldn't mind taking a closer look. So, tell me, where are we gonna start out?
We should head to their armory. But first, how many spells and miracles do we have left?
Let's see. I have 3 miracles remaining, and the other 2 spellcasters have 4 and 3 between the 2 of them. That's a total of 10.
You forgot to include our newest party member.
2 spells.
So that means we have 12 altogether.
Yes, but we should save our 2 lightning attacks as last resorts.
We will kill these goblins, won't we?
If all goes well, yes.
We're counting on you to help us do it.
I'm with you.
Why did you give her the torch to carry?
I think it must be hard to not have an important role to play, so I gave her a job. Didn't you notice? When I handed it over, she seemed bashful.
This isn't quite what I was expecting out of an armory.
Well, this is a dwarven fortress. Maybe they're digging for ore.
Even if they are, would the goblins be able to forge metal?
Whatever the case, I'll make fast work of their armaments.
Lend me a hand, girlie. Hope you're strong. We're going to carry some of these tools with us. Beardcutter is a master at destroying his weapons.
I merely use them effectively.
You're not going to get very far with just a dagger, so I suggest you find yourself something more suitable for the fight ahead.
I don't need another blade.
That's so. Well, to each his own, I guess. And now that I know your preference in weapon, I feel like I know you a little better. Speaking of mind and being honest is the foundation of friendship, right?
Shall I? Are we ready to continue with our plan?
Be my guest.
O great ancestors who sleep far beneath the rock, take these objects in hand and show them the burden of time.
Was that a prayer of decay?
Indeed. Now we have loosed the prisoners from their dungeon and destroyed their weapons. Our strategy is working.
Yes. We've miscalculated. This is a goblin coronation ceremony.
And a coronation requires a priest, so they'll need a shaman.
Too bad he's currently unable to attend.
Hey, what's wrong? Your neck? Hear me, O merciful Earth Mother. Please lay your blessed hands upon this child's wounds.
You hurt?
No!
Haven't mastered my trick. How are you three?
We're still alive!
Let's split up. These two and I will act as decoys.
My strength will allow us to carry the prisoners waiting in the dungeons. That will be our task.
Then let's move out.
Right! Hey! Deep breaths! I know that I can't. It hurts! That sound, their taunts, it kills me! They take whatever they want, everything! It's just not fair! It's happening all over again, and it's my fault. We're going to be killed here, just like my friends. If only I could get my sword back, then maybe I would be able to. I need my sword. Then I can go back home. Oh, Father, Mother. I'll see both of you again. Please, I promise you.
Is that it? All right. I'll take down the paladin and retrieve your sword. Then I'll kill the goblins. I don't mean just those in my path, or a single nest, or the ones in this fortress. I'm gonna slaughter every last goblin. So dry your tears.
Hear me, O merciful Earth Mother. Please aid your wanderers in the darkness. Protect us and bless us with your holy light!
Run, but keep your head down.
What do you think? Cast protection?
Your choice.
Right.
I'll leave the rear to you.
I won't fail.
We will make it out of here.
That's one. That's two. Three.
They're catching up!
How many?
I'm not sure. A lot!
Right then.
I can't keep up! Monsters! Always so vicious! Attacking in hordes! Take this!
13. Well done.
I wonder if they're doing okay up top.
Oh, don't tell me you're worried about Beardcutter.
That's ridiculous. Of course I'm not. I'm worried about the two others. You got a problem with that dwarf?
Well, you are an elf, so I'm not surprised you're partial to romantic ideas like friendship.
Throughout the ages, floods have been a common way for invaders to conquer a fortified opponent. But starving the enemy is also a worthy option.
It's time. Pull! "29. We're making good time. Let's fall back. Get ready."
Goblin Slayer, look!
took you long enough. Do it now! I'll buy us some time!
Of course! You got this! Tiny turret! Hear me, O merciful Earth Mother! Please protect us!
Cry, monsters! Everything is ready!
This is why you must never forget the proper tools when heading out on an adventure.
Shouldn't the others be here too?
I'm so sick of these goblins and their penchant for digging tunnels.
For once, I agree.
Good timing.
I believe we made it out with no injuries.
Thank goodness.
Hey, everything work out for you?
It was tough, but I think so.
Looks like we pulled it off.
Yes.
Don't tell me you lost your sword, Beard Cutter.
I threw it.
Guess some things never change, huh?
Guess not. Thank you.
No better feeling than getting to shoot down as many enemies as I want!
You are a frightening girl!
That is a relief.
I'll take care of the rear. Cover me!
You got it! Gnomes, paladins, make for me the finest river on the sea! Just who do these foul beasts think they are?
Watch out! Well?
Their numbers have thinned. I have this. Go! Eight. 9. We can't lead them back to the village. We passed the valley?
That is correct. It is not too far from here.
Head for it!
Catch, Beard Cutter!
Thanks! 13!
Right! Next weapon!
Throw me a shovel!
Coming right up!
Thank you for the help.
19! 20! Keep running. I'll crush them here.
Can you handle that?
Of course I can.
Unfortunately, I have no more weapons to supply you with.
Then I shall lend you my blade.
And I'm gonna keep your back covered.
At this point, I'm not able to use any more of my strong spells. Worthless.
So do you need my help?
Save your miracles.
Okay, I will. I won't let you down.
I have a plan.
Great.
Fire when I give the signal.
Sure, of course.
Come at me. You fell for it. Goblins are not smart by any means, but they aren't completely senseless creatures. You, though, you are a fool. Fire!
You need to rest. Orienus.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Hear me, O merciful Earth Mother! Please protect us, the weak, with your divine light and the sacred power of nature! Protection! Goblin Slayer,
Not good. He must be buried under the snow.
If he was carried away by the snow, he may be further down toward the base.
Probably. Careful, though. Keep your voices down and don't make any loud noises.
We ought to form a line and thoroughly search the area.
You don't sound very worried about him.
Of course, we have our concerns. We're comrades. But that one's hard to kill.
He is Goblin Slayer, after all.
Made a mistake. I should have braced for the impact instead of preparing for the lack of air.
What? Goblin Slayer, you're okay.
Anyone injured?
No, you're the one we should be worried about. Now I know why you gave us rings. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. These let you breathe underwater, but they work under snow as well. Was this your plan from the beginning?
To an extent.
It would have been nice for you to explain it to us beforehand.
Nice, but not wise. The enemy could have overheard and been a step ahead of us.
Maybe, but we always end up anxious when you're the only one who knows what's going on. I feel like you need a long talking to. But for now, I'll just say this was quite the adventure.
Adventure? I see. So this was an adventure.
Here. I found it. I managed to get your sword back. You've done well. Your parents will be proud. Has anyone ever told you that you cry a lot?
gods of fate and chance and of order and chaos! Mugs high!
Happy New Year! Time flies when you're in high demand.
I guess. Sure.
Me and my spear took down some ferocious monsters this year. I'm talking premium quests. So that goblin-obsessed freak has got nothing on me.
Well, of course you did. You worked so very hard, you and that spear.
So, what are you gonna do now? I need some time to catch up with my parents. They've been worried about me, and we have much to discuss. I'd also like to make graves for my fallen comrades. When I finish doing all of that, who knows?
That's a smart plan. If there's one thing I've learned, it's always good to take care of your friends and family.
Sweet nectar of the gods. If only Sir Goblin Slayer could have joined us in this feast.
No kidding. I never get a chance to drink with old Beard Cutter, and I know the merrymaking would be legendary.
We must respect fate's machinations, even when our desires are not met or our preferred drinking partners are absent.
There's no way to thank any of you enough, but I'll make sure to write often.
Yes, please! Don't lose touch. You should contact me anytime you feel like it. I promise I'll always get back to you as soon as I can.
Great. Thank you. I will. I swear.
Oh, write some to me, too! I've always dreamed of having a special friend I can send letters back and forth with.
Maybe I'll start mailing out messages, too. I spend almost all of my time working on the farm, so I never get the chance to make friends with other girls my age.
To be honest with you, working at a guild isn't much better.
Where did Goblin Slayer run off to now?
Don't tell me. You want to keep your childhood friend all to yourself.
I'd be lying if I said that I love the idea of sharing him with others.
But I guess I'm feeling kind of generous this year.
How nice of you. Plus, it's only fair.
I know you're there.
So do you keep watch every year while the others celebrate?
Don't ask foolish questions.
Right, I should have known.
They could try to attack on New Year's.
Here, they sent this for you.
I see.
Wow, a whole camp set up and everything.
I've spent 10 years of my life slaying goblins. And in that time, I've wondered if the goblins have evolved. Tell me, do you know what the Paladin was doing in the mountains?
I don't.
Refining metal.
That can't be.
The Dwarven fortress, mining tools, that girl's aluminum sword, and ore that was forged with lightning. There's only one possible conclusion. I need to do whatever I can to destroy them. I can't let my guard down.
Honestly. All you ever talk about is goblins. It's like you never even think about any other subject. You care so much about killing them. They're far more important to you than your friends.
Not true.
You sure about that? Huh?
I'm not one for big noisy crowds, but I am glad to know everyone else is having fun.
It's always smarter to have someone watching your back. I'll stay and help you.
It's cold out.
Yes, I know.
I see.
Now that we're of the same mind, let's have some dinner and keep the town safe until morning.
Right. Oh, there was one other thing.
What is it?
I hope you'll continue to help me out in the new year.
I pushed you.